everyone, and welcome back to the Crowning Glory Ministries. I'm Nicole Renee, and today I'm going to do what I promised I would do last Friday. I'm going to talk about my experience. It's not just reviewing the products. I'm going to talk about my entire experience with the Geroge Michael long hair system because it's awesome. And I have not just a good brand, but a good relationships. So I'm going to talk about it all today. But first, if you like what you hear and you like what you see, please do like and subscribe. Thank you, April Rapunzel, for subscribing. You're awesome. It was a pleasure to meet you in Las Vegas. She was one of the runners up in the competition. And frankly, she could teach us a thing or two about long hair. She's got hair to her ankles, I believe. So a shout out to you, April, and a shout out to Ben. Great job. I got to see Jessie Martinez at the Las Vegas long hair competition. She was actually the judge. She now owns the brand of the Geroge Michael products. It's been through several hands since I heard about Geroge Michael in 2015. So I'm excited to talk about this today. It's been a while and I've wanted to do this, and I'm finally able to do it. So first of all, I heard about the Geroge Michael hairstyle and products and who he was back in 2015 in my first long hair community group. And I want to tell you that my group, Long Hair Pioneers, is a result of my just loving the hairstyle he liked so much. Originally that group was called Long Hair All One Length! Exclamation mark. But then I changed it to Long Hair Pioneers because I didn't want to exclude people with bangs and layers, and that was something Geroge Michael insisted on. I mean, he didn't just love it, he insisted on it. All one length, no layers, no bangs. And I fell in love. That's all I ever wanted in my life, was all one length. Now, I did have bangs at the time, but I did not want layers, and hairdressers kept wanting to trim them in, and I don't like layers. I hate layers now. I will have this all one length hairstyle forever. He used to literally fire, and by the way, Geroge Michael is not the singer of Wham. He is a long hair guru, and he used to fire women who didn't, who cut bangs into their hair until they grew them back. He's pretty insistent on that length. He seems to think that it is the best way to grow long hair, that it actually grows better that way. I can't speak to it. He speaks more about it in his book, Secrets for Beautiful Hair. You can pick that up on Amazon if you're as obsessed with long hair as I am. It's pretty expensive, though. It's $65, but it's a good read. So, at least for me it was. So, anyway, so I fell in love. And I absolutely just thought the world of just this whole all one length. Now, the hemline that he likes is either U-shaped or blunt, and I prefer blunt. And I actually think all one length is optimum for somebody with fine hair. I just do. I don't think layers are, I don't think they're good anyway, but for fine hair, they stick up, I just don't care for them. And I've had this hairstyle for about 9 years, since 2017. So there are several salons in the U.S. that I know of. There's one in Beverly Hills, and that is Jessie Martinez. She actually bought the brand when the Madison Avenue store closed, which is too bad. I wanted to go to the Madison Avenue. I've talked to several of the stylists in New York, and that was on my bucket list. So I wanted to go there, but it didn't happen. So Jessie owns it now. There is Rapunzel's in Ohio, and you may have a local stylist in your area that does Geroge Michael treatments. I do. She does other styles, but she does the long hair treatment. I do want to say something, though. The true Geroge Michael salons are, I see complaints about they're such a cult. They'll only do this. They're snobby little elite hairstyle. They're not a cult, guys. They're a they specialize in long hairstyle. They specialize in all one length. That's all they do in certain salons. That's all they do. That's their specialty. It's not a cult. So that's what I want to clear up too. But so there's also a salon in London. I don't know the name of that, but you could also have a local one. I know that in one of the groups I'm in, they had a file when I first joined of long hair friendly salons, but they're so outdated now. I just don't think it would be worth it. But I talk about with George Michael salons, if you're not going to a George Michael salon and you want to have the salon experience without having your hair lopped off, I talk about how you can interview these hairstylists in my book, my journey to long hair, tips and tricks I wish I knew 30 years ago, and it'll be in chapter 5. Now, I want to talk about the products. There is the shampoo. This is the blue shampoo. That is for volume. It is also for a little bit of clarifying. This is the cream shampoo that I use more regularly, and that is for the just regular shampoos. This is the conditioner, and you put that on after the shampoo, the 3-minute conditioner. Now I also have the mask. This is the 15-minute mask. And I am happy to say that, and I use that just on, a couple of times a month. This is the cream rinse. This is what you put on after the conditioner. And it's funny, when I first heard that name, I haven't heard the name cream rinse since the 70s, when my mother used to do shampoo and cream rinse in my hair when I was a child. The cream rinse, this is the new bottle, and I love the new bottle. It has a pump. These other ones, they're okay, but they kind of make me wrestle with my arthritis. So when they're done, I'm going to have all new bottles. Thank you, Jessie. The only thing that could make this even better is if they put Braille on them. That would be great. For those of you who are new and don't know me yet, I was born blind with a rare genetic disorder, so I am almost totally blind, which is why I have my hubby here showing all the bottles. But so these are the products. Now, I will tell you that when I first tried the products out, I didn't care for them in 2015. Jessie says she did not mess with the formula, but I love them now. I didn't care for the scent, which I now love. And the scent hasn't changed. The scent is like a baby powder scent. That's the best way to describe them. And if you like baby powder, I love baby powder. And I think I associate it with getting a treatment done. And if you have never gotten a George Michael deep conditioning treatment and set, I think you should. I think every long-haired woman is entitled to a salon experience without having their hair lopped off. Not their head. Hopefully not. But they're luxurious. And it's just, you go in and they wash your hair, they slather conditioner on and put wax paper and a cap on, and they sit you under a heated cap for an hour or so, and then they rinse you off, and then they put rollers in your hair. And that's another thing. George Michael does not believe in blowouts. And there's good reason for it. His philosophy is the ends are more protected under the heat when you're curling, and that's true. The rollers protect your ends. And you can also control a hooded dryer much better than a regular hair dryer. And so the only drawback is the time it takes. And if you have really long, thick hair, it takes me about 3.5 hours to sit under the dryer. And if you are tortured by sitting, that's going to be a trouble too. But it's a luxury. I enjoy it. And I have a hooded dryer here at home. So it's a luxurious experience. And it does cost. These products do cost, but they last. And especially if you don't wash your hair every day. I wash, give or take, once a week. I'm finding I have to do it more since I've let my natural hair grow out. And speaking of which, Friday marked 2 years since I've been to a salon for a color treatment, so that's why I can afford these products, and I can afford a treatment once in a while in a salon. And I have to tell you about Jessie Martinez. She has long, beautiful silver hair. It's all grown out now, and she's the one that talked me into growing my hair out. It's definitely more healthy gray, definitely more healthy as it grows out. It's actually multicolored, but I haven't completely grown it out yet. But when I came to her for a consultation online in 2024, I had really dark hair. And I had gone to her for something else, and she said, "Why don't you grow your hair out? Just let it grow out." And I was kind of half-hearted about the idea at the time. I surveyed my long hair pioneers. I had mixed reviews, and I had tried it before and always gone back to color. But I think I am hooked now. I'm hooked with the natural. My hair, some people's gray hair is coarse. My hair is actually soft. It can be a little dry, but it's soft. And I do find I have to wash it a little bit more, maybe 5, 6 days a week instead of 7. But Jessie has really influenced how I wear my hair, how I do my hair. It's the Geroge Michael system has influenced my hair growth journey about as much as the long hair community. And I do have several groups you can join if you want to have this conversation. On Facebook, I have Long Hair Pioneers. I have The Crowning Glory, Long Hair Lovers for Jesus. And also, if you happen to sell anything, I have Long Hair Treats for Trade. I allow selling up there. So, in the meantime, if you want to try out Jessie's products, they are now she took the brand Geroge Michael. And you can also read more about him in my book. But if you want to check out her products, I will link her website below. She is at GerogeMichaelLonghair.com. So I hope you all have benefited from this video. And if you have tried them before, let me know what you think. I actually, like I said, the first round with these products, I found them a little drying. But at the time, my hair was being colored and it did have peroxide and all that. But other people have said they were drying. But now, I don't know what. She says she's done nothing, but I love the products now. They're in my rotation. I don't use the same shampoo and conditioner all the time, but they're in my rotation. And of course, I'm always experimenting with new things, but they're on the rotation of things I use regularly. And I just love the products now. So tell me if you've had an experience. Comment below, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you all for watching today. God bless you, and have an awesome day.